Hey, the weather's changing. We've changed our clocks back. It gets dark really early. And it wasn't really cold outside today, but it getting dark early makes you feel like you've got to start cooking all the fall and winter type foods. So today we are going to make chicken and dumplings. Um, I always use a rotisserie chicken. You can always boil a chicken, but this, whenever you come home from work, you've had a long day, that just takes a lot of time, and it's easy to pick up a rotisserie chicken, and I use it a lot on a lot of meals. It's just too easy. I'm Jodi Turner with Mixed Vegetables. We're going to make the chicken and dumplings today. I've already got the chicken chopped up. It's the rotisserie chicken, all chopped up, and we may not even need to use that much of it. It depends how much you want to cook. For the dumplings, I use Bisquick, and I follow the recipe for the biscuits that's on the side. And basically, it's 2.5 cups of mix, 2/3 cup of milk, which I mix half milk, half chicken stock so that you have a little flavor. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the chicken broth in my Dutch oven over there and let it start heating up, and I'll add the chicken stock and evaporated milk. I'll add the evaporated milk towards the end. But I'm going to get this, and probably we'll need to add a little water too. And then I'm going to mix this up according to these directions, and I'm going to plop it in there, basically that is with spoonfuls, so that it can start making dumplings. I'm going to also, before I even start, the seasoning so that it's not just biscuits. I'm going to give the biscuits a little flavor with the salt and pepper seasoning, so that it has, so that it has a little flavor beforehand. So let's just get started on this. Get a spoon to stir it up. When I get the chicken stock going in the pot, I want it to be hot before I start dropping this in. After I get it all dropped in, I'll go ahead and put the chicken in while it's cooking. And I always put a little bit of frozen peas in it at the end so that it has, so there's some vegetables in it. Okay, that's mixed up. For right now, I'm going to start this on high just to get everything going, and then I'm going to turn it down to medium. It's going to take all of this chicken stock. If you boil a chicken instead of using a rotisserie chicken, use the water that you boil the chicken in, because it's fresh chicken broth and it is better. I'm going to add more water to this. We need enough juice to cover the dumplings when they start cooking. So I'm going to start right there. Okay, I'm going to add a little thyme to my water, to my stock and water for flavor, and basil. And I'm going to add some of the 6 pepper I have. It's just a variety of peppers just to give it a little bit of heat. Now, it doesn't really give it too much. I don't put that much in. Okay, I'm also adding 1/4 cup of butter to this. The water and the chicken stock is starting to sizzle around the edges a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting the dumplings in. And you don't want it really big because they expand when they're in there. And after a while, they get on your fingers, and I usually get more flour or Bisquick on my fingers because it gets too gooey on your fingers after a while, so I kind of add more to it. You can do some bigger and some smaller. Try to kind of make them in a ball. See how it's getting on my fingers now? I'm going to pour a little Bisquick out. Let me get it because I didn't use it on. Okay, I've got a little Bisquick out, and I'm just like putting a little dry on my fingers because then it makes it easier to ball up some more. Now this is really rolling, boiling, so I'm going to turn it down to medium now. And I'm waiting to put the milk in because you don't want it to be boiling with the milk. See how the dumplings are expanding? Those are the little ones I put in. They also thicken up your juice because some of them break apart. See, like how I do that, it puts some powder on them, but it's fine to do that. Another quick, easy way to make dumplings that my mother always did, and my daughter makes it that way too, is use canned biscuits and break them up and throw them in. Now what you're looking for on these to be done is, we'll add the chicken and everything, but we'll kind of watch them because you want the inside, you want it to cook all the way through. See, after a while they start rising and you kind of have to make room to, because you want the other ones to go down to the bottom, the ones that you throw in. So you kind of have to keep finding places to put them. And if you have a big family, you might want to double your recipe on your biscuits. Some people like more dumplings, so you just double the Bisquick, what's on the Bisquick box. The real trick is to keep finding a spot to put them in. To get creative with that. I just use a spatula and move them over. And I don't make perfect little forms out of them. I kind of try to because they hold together better when you do. But when I'm in a hurry, I just throw them in. See, that's about the size. That or maybe a little bigger. And what I do is, once I get it made, if I see that the dumplings are getting, you know, with the family, if they're eating more dumplings and I need more dumplings, I just make some more real quick and throw them in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of the chicken, not all of it, because it kind of helps the dumplings with the flavor. Keep it on medium. They quit bubbling. So now, this is evaporated milk, and I just have a small can because I don't really like to use that much of it, but it helps thicken it up and it gives it the extra flavor, and I just pour it in with it. And now I'm going to put the rest of the chicken in, and we're just going to let it cook, and I'll let it bubble a little longer once it starts bubbling again, and then I'll put the lid on it and just let it cook. And then after it's done, I don't have it out, but after it's done, just because I have to have vegetables, so I put green peas in it. And so when it's done, I'll put the green peas in it because they cook so fast you don't really have to cook them. And it's just to have the color. See how it's starting to look? You're starting to see that the dumplings are forming. Dumplings are looking now. I've got it turned down on low, and I'm going to put a lid on it and let it finish cooking. The one thing that you definitely want to keep doing is scrape, before you do that, is scrape the bottom, because the dumplings will stick to the bottom. And so you want to scrape it, but see, you can tell that the juice is getting thicker too. So now we just put it on there and let it simmer. Okay, while it's cooking on low, you just have to keep scraping the bottom so that it doesn't stick. And if you notice the dumplings are starting to sink down in and not be on the top, that's one of your signs that they're getting done. They start sinking in and you don't see them when they get done. It's almost ready. Anyways, you just keep checking it and stirring it. The lid on it helps get it done, but it's been cooking for about 15 minutes to get to this. A lot of times I just taste one of the dumplings to make sure that it tastes done, but this is done. Now I'm going to add some peas to it, which they kind of cool it down a little bit, but you don't have to add peas. I just like to make sure I get vegetables in my meal. Okay, so it's looking like it's done. Look, see how it looks when it's done. It's thick, and the dumplings have sunk down into the juice. So it is ready to eat, and my son has come to join us today, so I'm serving up for 3 today. Get some dumplings in that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this meal, and please let me know how you like it in the comments below, and how you would make it differently. If there's anything that you do that's different, everybody has different ways to do it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and if you've already subscribed, someone had asked me how many times you needed to subscribe. You only have to subscribe once, and then when you do, every time a new video comes out, you will get a notification that a new video is out. So, but I do like it. Be sure and like it, because that helps to get it out there more. Thank you for watching. Bye.